Cheap phones are getting good. I can thank MKBHD for that quote, as it is very true. While flagship smartphones are certainly the best in the market, not everybody's in the market for a $650 phone or higher. At this stage is when you have those customers that search for a great value in the smartphone, and I believe I've found a fantastic device that offers a good balance of performance, functionality, and build quality. Introducing the Samsung Galaxy J7 Pro. The exterior design consists of aluminum on the back, which feels very solid, and glass on the front. On the front, we've got the 5.5-inch 1920x1080 Super AMOLED display, a back button, home button that houses a fingerprint scanner, a multitasking button, and a 13-megapixel front-facing camera. On the back, there's the aluminum shell and a 13-megapixel rear-facing camera that supports a resolution of up to 1080p at 30 frames per second. On the right, we have a single speaker and the sleep-wake button. On the left, there is a volume rocker, micro SD card slot, and a dual SIM card slot. On the bottom, you'll find an audio jack and a micro USB port. This phone features a 1920x1080p Super AMOLED display that is very saturated. The colors are very vibrant to a very unnatural degree. For some content, it actually looks pretty nice, but usually these colors will stick out quite a bit. However, this display is reasonably sharp, so icons and other assets will look good. The single speaker is actually pretty loud, though its position isn't quite as ideal. However, I'd argue that its position is better than it would be if it was at the bottom or the back of the phone. So yes, the speaker is loud and doesn't distort very much at higher volumes, so it should be sufficient for content consumption. This phone features an Exynos 7870 CPU, a Mali T830 MP1 GPU, 3 gigs of RAM, and either 32 gigs or 64 gigs of storage depending on which configuration you choose. However, it's expandable through the micro SD slot with up to a 256 gig card. The front-facing camera is pretty decent even at this price point, and has a relatively slow focus, but the overall picture quality is good. The rear-facing camera is a little better at focusing and is able to capture more detail. The default colors displayed on camera are really nice, although not true to life. However, photos do look reasonably sharp. In terms of gaming performance, Shadow of War, being the game I tested, runs very smoothly. I own an iPhone SE which has an Apple A9 chip that was very fast and gaming felt very fluid. Well, this phone's gaming performance is noticeably better than that one, so it should handle just about any game you throw at it, since of course, mobile games are not very demanding. So in terms of usability, it might be a mixed bag for some. This device is still running on Android Nougat, so it doesn't seem like it'll receive updates very often, and the skin it ships with is a little unintuitive if you're used to stock Android. If you use Samsung devices for a while, however, you'll feel right at home with the software. Battery is pretty good, usually lasting all day on the relatively average usage, but the overall feel of this device is honestly quite impressive, and what sticks out to me the most. To me, this device feels pretty hefty and premium, which makes me wish Samsung used aluminum for the back of all of their phones. But with this aluminum shell, you lose out on wireless charging, which personally is the biggest gimmick to come to smartphones in a while. Overall, the usability is very good, and this is coming from somebody who uses the Google Pixel 2 as my daily driver. I definitely do still have complaints about this device. For one, they could have toned down the saturation on the screen, as the colors are very playful. For some things it looks nice, but for others it just sticks out too much. This phone came out in the summer of last year, so I think it would have been reasonable to have a USB-C port instead of micro USB, as its micro USB port just isn't very reliable. Quite frankly, that's all I have against this phone. Everything else about it is very good for the price point. Okay, we've reached the conclusion of this review, and with it, I can confidently say that this is a really good budget product that I can stand behind as being a good option for many budget shoppers. It has a decent camera, a sharp display, decent battery life, great build quality, and good performance for the money. And if you're in the market for a $300 to $350 phone, then you should give this phone a try. I recommend it. For more content, make sure to subscribe to our channel, and to stay updated when a new video comes out, make sure to click on that bell and enable notifications. For links to everything featured in this video, expect to find those in the description, as well as some suggestions for what to watch next. I'll leave a link for my review of the Google Pixel 2 below it. This has been Francisco from Tech Summit. Thank you for watching, and I will be seeing you all later. Enjoy.